raise an unfamiliar white-eyed wolf. The new Prime Minister of the South Pacific Island country took office as the first fire to burn China and halt the Chinese port project. In this video, let us learn more about it. Samoa's new President Fiame immediately announced the termination of the investment agreement with the Chinese government in the port after taking office. This move was regarded as the first fire against China and triggered widespread discussion. According to reports, this agreement was signed by the former Samoa government and China in 2019, involving port projects with an investment value of several hundred million yuan. Fiame said the project posed serious safety and environmental damage risks, so she decided to break the contract. This decision has attracted much attention and triggered concerns about the relationship between El Salvador and China. Is Fiame's move a deliberate move? Who are you trying to cater to by so wantonly destroying China-Samoa relations? Samoa is a small island country in the southern Pacific. Because it is geographically close to the equator and surrounded by sea, it is almost entirely covered by tropical forests. The forest resources and fishery resources here are also very rich. These precious resources gifted by nature have also ensured that the Samoan people have thrived here for generations and lived a life free from competition with the world. Because it is located in the vast Pacific Ocean, it has not been invaded by war or colonists for a long time. But in the 18th century, as the age of navigation kicked off, many adventurous navigators in Europe began their journey to pursue their dreams of the sea. They began to explore the world and plunder property, gradually bringing colonial trends to the entire world. As colonists expanded around the world, Samoa was not spared. In the 19th century, this place was invaded by the United States, Germany, and Britain. The gunfire of the colonists not only broke the tranquility here, but also divided the entire country into two. Where there is oppression, there is resistance. As the anti-colonial upsurge spread around the world, an independence movement also started in Samoa. Finally, through the unremitting efforts of the local people, the country finally embarked on self-government and finally achieved independence. However, due to Samoa's remote location, far away from the mainland and blocked by the ocean, as well as the lack of domestic resources and markets, there was almost no industry at that time. Due to low productivity levels, domestic economic development has never improved. After the founding of New China, many countries established diplomatic relations with China. However, this island country far in the southern Pacific does not seem to have much interaction with China. On December 1, 1975, China and Samoa formally established diplomatic relations, which marked the mutual understanding and trust between the governments and people of the two countries. With the passage of time, cooperation between China and Samoa has continued to expand in the fields of economy, trade, education, medical and health, and infrastructure construction. China has carried out many infrastructure construction projects in Samoa, such as building ports, roads, bridges, and other important facilities. These improvements to port facilities not only increase cargo capacity, but also provide better employment opportunities for local residents. It also improves Samoa's transportation conditions and connectivity, promotes the circulation of local agricultural products, goods and services, and promotes economic development and inter-regional connectivity. China has also provided medical assistance to Samoa and sent a medical team to Samoa to provide medical services and technical support. In addition, China has also provided medical equipment, medicine, and other aid supplies to Samoa. In order to support education in Samoa, China provides support in the form of scholarships and training programs. This has helped to improve the level of human resources and the quality of education in Samoa. China has also provided agricultural technical assistance and agricultural product training to Samoa to help improve Samoan farmers' planting and breeding techniques and promote agricultural development. These projects not only provide substantial support, but also establish a lasting partnership between the two countries. Since the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Samoa, China has been committed to promoting the development of Samoa. It helped Samoa build its capital airport, opening it up to the outside world, and also sent medical teams to assist Samoa and solve residents' health problems. A seaport has always been what Samoa needs most. The pillars of the small island country's external development are airports and ports. Only by opening up the flow of logistics and people can it have the potential for development. The Waiwusu Port is the seaport that Samoa badly needs. Waiwusu Port is a rare deep water port terminal in the South Pacific. The original Waiwusu Port has a maximum capacity of only 12 ships. Former Prime Minister Iraepa pursued a friendly policy towards China, actively negotiated with China, and obtained investment in this project. As an important project in Samoa, China attaches great importance to the construction of Waiwusu Port. It is hoped that through this project, more large markets will be opened in the international arena, and the Salvadoran side also places its national development lifeline on the Waiwusu Port. With the conclusion of Samoa's local election in 2021, Fiame became the country's new prime minister and the first female prime minister. However, after taking office, the new leader did not continue to maintain good relations with China in accordance with Samoa's traditional governing philosophy. Instead, they uncharacteristically wanted to stop the Waiwusu Port project that China was building at the time. This operation is really puzzling. You must know that for the construction of this project, China not only put in a lot of hard work and labor, but also invested nearly $100 million. The reason why Fiame broke the contract was because she was worried about the debt issue with China. In fact, at the beginning of China's construction of this project, many Western media criticized it and even promoted it as a conspiracy and trap by China. Therefore, outsiders speculate that for such a small country with little strength, it is undoubtedly the wisest to maintain friendship with major countries to gain benefits. Fiame's blatant breach of contract was probably because she was bewitched and coaxed by Western countries into siding with the West. Fiame believes that Waiwusu Port is not the most important task for Samoa at present. In contrast, El Salvador should pay more attention to domestic livelihood issues and avoid taking on huge foreign debts. What she means is that China, as El Salvador's third largest trading partner and largest creditor country, should understand. The Prime Minister says one thing and does another. But in fact she has already privately accepted low-interest loans from the United States and Japan. The so-called huge foreign debt and people's livelihood problems are just excuses. Economic development is the greatest livelihood of the people, and the completion of this port will bring huge changes to El Salvador. There is a price to pay for defaulting, especially on a $100 million deal like this. Naturally, liquidated damages are not uncommon. A country like Samoa has few resources, and breach of contract for no reason will also cause great losses to international reputation. For Samoa, aid from various countries accounts for a large part of the country's GDP every year. Integrity is particularly important in front of the international community, but El Salvador blatantly breached the contract and wiped out its international credit. El Salvador's behavior undoubtedly chilled China's heart. China must also make a good assessment of its foreign aid to prevent unilateral breaches of contracts that would be detrimental to China. Of course, we must continue to maintain confidence. Most countries will not be like this. After all, China's status is no longer what it used to be. As Samoa and China are traditionally friendly countries, maintaining good relations with China is undoubtedly a beneficial and harmless choice for Samoa. There is also the possibility of cooperation between the two parties in many fields, but the premise is that both parties must uphold a friendly and honest attitude. As a small country, it is undoubtedly the wisest to maintain political independence, find a balance among big countries, and strive for more external support. How the new government of Samoa will ultimately weigh this issue is left to them to judge. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.